Hey, it's David here. You know, freedom is all about having choices or options. And I look at several freedoms. I look at money, time, and location freedom. Now, let's think about that. When we start out in life, when we're getting out of school and starting our career and starting to earn our own income, then it is all about money. We have to reach that point of stability and security, and we have to give up a lot of other freedoms to get there. It is a sacrifice period early in our life. Money to to provide for our families and stability. We have to sacrifice, and typically we have to be on a location. Most of us in a brick and mortar type of business or a career path that requires us to show up most of the days of the week on a regular basis to create that income. And there's a time element. Well, we have to put our time in as well, right? We're trading time for dollars. That's exactly the way we all start out in life. The key point is not to stay stuck there. And that's where most people get it all wrong. They get into a career path, a business, perhaps a professional practice, and it's all fine and good, earning good income. In fact, elevating that income over time. Typically, lifestyle also elevates, so it's a linear progression. Sometimes that lifestyle elevates beyond the income, meaning consumption debt, just because credit's easy. That keeps people on that treadmill way too long. In fact, it keeps people on a treadmill for most of their lives. Then people try to use the traditional financial models of retirement planning, 401ks, tax-deferred models, saving, putting money in annuities or mutual funds, into index funds. And those models, while they have worked to some extent, and particularly in the last decade when we've had this bull run market, that's not going to carry its course very well. So back to my point, what your net worth is, your wealth, is not what you do. In other words, what you trade your time for dollars for. What you do is great. Hopefully it's satisfying, you enjoy it, but I'll bet most of you are still sacrificing both time and location to produce that income. And you're waiting for that someday, that mystical someday, when you can, take a breath and start living life and doing the things you want to do. Oh yeah, I know you take vacations, with your family, your kids, but look, if you can't leave your quote job, career, profession, self-employed business for more than a couple weeks, without things falling apart or the income not being there, the overhead overtaking, you've got to be back providing the services that you are dependent upon for that business to do. You don't have a real business. Again, nothing wrong with starting out that way in life, but you've got to translate or transfer income that you earn into assets. Now, if you can create a real business where you don't have to be there all the time, that can be an asset. Most people, small business owners, don't do that, can't do that. They've been trained to do the work. Okay, if that's the case, then you need to build assets outside of that business or that self-employed job. I do that in real estate. That's the thing that carried me forward and gave me the freedom and options, the key ones being I had enough money, not money I had to go earn, but money that was created by the assets, real estate, that I had acquired over 15 years. Paid down debt, had free and clear assets producing income when I needed to leave my practice because of my daughter's health situation. I had money freedom at that point. I wasn't the wealthiest man in the world by any means, but I had enough to leave what I call the ball and chains of practice. Now, again, no regrets about the practice. It was great, but it became a stepping stone because I needed the other freedoms. I needed time freedom. I needed time freedom because I needed to be with my daughter. That was the key thing in my life. I couldn't wait for that someday because her health crisis was such that she might not have made it. I might have lost all the opportunity in the world. And that would have been a tragedy, a travesty. And then location. Freeing myself up from the dental practice gave me location freedom. Now, there's a lot of work and jobs and services that can be done today remotely. I mean, COVID this last year has created a lot of opportunity there. Think about how you could iterate in time, not today, not tomorrow, not next week, but iterate in time to providing some kind of services outside of what you do in your current business that requires you to be on location. That's what I do today. See, I still have earned income, if you will. I have a business that provides me equity and distributions, but I can do it from wherever I want to do it. I'm here in Breckenridge, Colorado this last 4 weeks, and still I'm doing work when I want to. I've got the time freedom, I've got the location freedom, and I don't have to do what I do. I actually love what I do because I've got the money freedom. So again, back to my premise. Focusing on getting to a point where you have money, time, and location freedom in your life is the ultimate. You do not have to wait until your retirement age at age 60, 62, 65, or 70, whatever that is, to have it. But you've got to go contrarian. You can't keep following the traditional models that have been set before you. Those models do not work anymore, and you're going to be on a treadmill way longer than you hoped you ever could. So don't put your future at risk. Don't put it on the wing and a prayer of hope or some failed models. You've got to be intentional about your plan, your blueprint for creating your freedom. That's what I got for you today. Money, time, and location freedom. It's all about your freedom, so stay focused on it. I'll see you next time.